In a complete shock to everybody, Daima literally just finished airing in Japan their finale, and now we have a ton of DLC information to go over. First, we're going to cover the Daima DLC for DBZ Kakarot, and then we have a brand new DLC pack coming to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and we have our first look at that first character coming to that DLC pack. I think it's pretty far out, so they just released a little bit of a teaser, so let's just go ahead and get into the Dragon Ball Daima DLC for Kakarot. And again, because of copyright, I do have to keep the volume kind of low, but I just figured, you know what, let's just watch it together. And so this is Adventure Through the Demon Realm, Part 1. Again, this is from the first episode to the 8th episode. Little comment, I do think we will be... Yeah, it looks like we're going to be at Kami's Lookout. Okay, so that's cool. Alright, so you'll cover, like, maybe play as adult Goku fighting Vegeta. And then you guys get turned into kids. You got to go to Kami's Lookout. But like I said, it looks like it's mainly focusing on the first demon world. I mean, the third demon world. And it looks amazing. And I assume that will work like the mercenary, the Tao Pai Pai stick, you know? So you could probably like launch that in the air and go like far off, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, they got the barriers up. I mean, it looks really good. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot always does really good animations. And one thing I especially love is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was such a good first-time experience if you haven't even seen DBZ, because they do a good job recapping it. It looks like they're going to be doing that here, because they're even including things like the Minotaur. So, again, that's one thing I really love about DBZ Kakarot. And I guess this makes sense. It looks like the Gendarmerie are going to basically be like the mobs that you would level up on and things like that. So, if you played the DBZ Kakarot main story, you would remember that it was mainly like a bunch of random Red Ribbon Army robots, and looks like they're bringing that kind of same thing back, but with the Gendarmerie. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like you're going to have Supreme Kai and Glorio as support. And then, of course, I'd imagine that in the DLC Pack 2, you'll have Vegeta as a playable character and a support character. Degasu looking cool, Goma looking cool. Freaking amazing animations, dude. Okay, so yeah. Looks like Glorio is going to be a big boss battle for this fight, which is interesting because in the anime, it was pretty straightforward, but, you know, they have to make fights out of something. Oh, Pansy's a support member too, so it looks like there's going to be 3 support members, which is interesting because I think in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it's only 2 support members, right? Just a party of 3 players, or 3 characters, rather. So yeah, in case you weren't aware, you could watch my previous video. DLC Part 1 is coming in 2025. And then the second part will be coming next year. So I don't know why they put question mark, question mark, question mark. They could just say 2026. And we would all be good. Unless 2026 was a placeholder and we could still potentially get it this year. And then it looks like we're getting a new Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Daima edition, which is, of course, the base game and the Daima DLC, which is interesting. I guess I mean, if you're a big Dragon Ball Daima fan and you wanted to play through the story, you could, you know, just pick up DBZ Kakarot and then download the Daima DLC. So this is interesting because Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is, of course, a recap of the Dragon Ball Z anime, and now we're getting a Daima DLC. I wonder if they would ever release a Daima video game. At this rate, probably not. I think it'll just be DLC for everything else. So that was amazing. And then another surprise announcement was the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Dragon Ball Daima joins the fight in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 announcement. So, this was originally posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, and then they went ahead and linked it to the official Dragon Ball site. So, let's just look at it from the official Dragon Ball site. So, here's an early look at the model. Let me go ahead and zoom out real quick. So there was a little video that was published. We'll look at that after we just look at this model because this is a little bit of a higher quality image here. Interestingly enough, it is Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Dragon Ball Daima, but he's an adult. I was expecting almost for him to be mini Vegeta, but they decided to use adult Vegeta, which is interesting to say the least. So it says the brand new DLC Dragon Ball Daima pack is coming to the hit game Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So that is important. Brand new DLC Dragon Ball Daima pack. So this is not part of their whole future saga pack or anything like that. This is like a whole separate thing, it appears. As part of this pack, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who plays an important role in the hit anime Dragon Ball Daima, is joining the fight. Check out the video below. Are we going to get Dragon Ball Daima Mini Vegeta? Who knows? At this point, it's anyone's guess, but let's go ahead and check this out. I got the volume 12. I got the volume up way too high. All right, here we go. You'll regret picking a fight with me. Ooh. Okay, just the image we saw. And then there's a better look at his model. I think if I tried to zoom in, it wouldn't really work. Okay, so I went ahead and took a screenshot. We'll go look at that in a second, but it looks like there's going to be another character in this pack. And then, of course, costumes, accessories, things like that. So, it seems like they are going to mainly focus on the Future Saga because this Daima DLC pack is looking kind of light, I guess you could say. They'll probably just include like another Goku or something here. Or they could release more Daima DLC packs. Very interesting. And again, you'll have to forgive me. This was taken off the official Dragon Ball site. It is a little bit pixelated, but this is our early first look at the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta in-game model. I gotta say, similar to a lot of fan art, I don't think they did a good job, enough of a good job, I should say, at making it more not so slanted up. I mean, not so slanted to like the middle. Like it's supposed to be more in the middle back here, but it looks like they took the fan art approach, which is like basically here's Vegeta's regular hair and then a few bangs in the back. Very interesting. Again, this looks pretty much brand new. The model does, so that's good. There's not really a lot else for me to say about this DLC announcement other than it looks amazing, and I'm excited. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 just refuses to die. Now, again, I'm recording this on the day the Daima finale releases, so if you're watching this and you're like, why isn't he mentioning the new whatever that was featured in Dragon Ball Daima in the finale as potential DLC? That's because I haven't seen it, because they literally just announced all this stuff as it ended in Japan. It's still not out in the US, so anyways, guys, that will be it for this one. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to keep up to date with all things Dragon Ball news and commentary. And I will see you in the next one. Peace off.